Hey everyone, this is one of the better veteran Maelstrom Arena runs I've saved on my PS4. It's not a no-death one, unfortunately, but I thought it would be pretty good to just describe how vMA is going and what you're doing in it. Now I'm doing this on a Magicka Sorcerer, so this guide is going to be centered on the skills that Magicka Sorcerer is using. I'm actually using 1-to-1 Xynode's Easy Sorc build for the Dragon Hole patch. And yeah, as you can see there, I got the Twilight Tormentor up. If you want a bit more healing and be a bit safer, you can use the Twilight Matriarch for extra heals. It's gonna do a little less damage, but it'll still do damage. So probably the better choice for that. And then in the front bar, I've got Crushing Shock as a somewhat spammable, but most of the time you're just using heavy attacks in here. And generally, the most important thing to do here is keep up your shield, hardened ward, or empowered ward, whichever morph you prefer, and your crit surge and lightning form, meaning boundless storm, because that will give you extra resistances. So you've always got resistances. All your critical damage you deal heals you, and you've got a shield on. Now, the first stage isn't really that spectacular. There's not really much to look out for. All you do is see the little shiny thingies where the enemies spawn, run there, place a elemental blockade on it, maybe a liquid lightning, and just burn them down with heavy attacks while shielding up and keeping your buffs up. I cannot stress this enough, really. The most important thing you have to do is keep your crit surge and your shield up, and preferably also your lightning form if you've got enough magicka. If you're out of magicka, don't use any skills but the shield and the crit surge and lightning form, and just heavy attack everything. You can pretty much get away getting through the whole of veteran Maelstrom Arena with just keeping your shields buffs up and heavy attacking everything. It's going to take a little longer, obviously, but if you're low on magicka, just do that, and then as soon as you got enough magicka, just go back to putting elemental blockade down and liquid lightning and all. Now here in this one, you want to keep the little ball-shaped Dwemers away from the middle, because if they get there, they're going to send out shockwaves, and you've already got enough AoEs in this stage. The blades that are spinning around here are going to put a bleed on you, so not only will they damage you when they catch you, but then also they will damage you over time as well. And if you get a lot of that on you, you're going to die very fast, which is most important in this stage, to always keep your shield up. The shield hardened ward is really the most important skill here. You want to really have that up at all times, because you can't really avoid these blades all the time. There are switches on the side which you can use in oh shit moments to stop the spades from spinning and get some healing in. Another good thing for this is actually using tri-stat potions, meaning the essence of health that gives you health, magicka, and stamina back. Just so if there's nothing you can attack to heal over your crit surge, you can just pop the potion and heal. Now, other than that, all you really want to do is keep the shield up at all times, and then put blockade down where the enemies spawn and finish them off with heavy attacks. It's not very spectacular, but sometimes I die here if I don't pay attention, because I let my shield or my crit surge drop up. So just keep on reapplying these buffs to have your resistances, your healing, and your shield. There's gonna be bigger minotaur spawning, but as you can see, they all die fairly easy. There's not too much you have to worry about. You can actually swap your Mundus Stone to the Lover for this one, or all arenas for that sake, because of the extra penetration. Since it's only you, or even in Dragonstar, only you and 3 other people, and you're probably not going to get a huge chunk of penetration help. Now this is the boss round. You're going to get 3 bosses, 3 big Centurions spawning on each side of the arena, and you're just going to take them down one by one until they go into their invincible stage and kneel down. And as soon as they've knelt down, you can actually pull them together if you want to. unless you've damaged them enough already, like I just did there. The first one's almost down, so it immediately went back into his invincible state. And then put some damage on that one until he goes down, and then go back to the next one. And don't forget to keep your crit surge and shield up. And that's pretty much it. You can stack these after the first time they went into their invincible stage. But I did a little too much damage there, so they didn't really have time to stack up because they all go down right away immediately. Yeah. But that is how you get past that stage. It's the same as always. Keep buffs up, keep shields up, and put blockade down / liquid lightning if you have it. And then just go through there. Next up is the poison stage. If I decide to go in there. Lord knows what I've been doing. Probably answering a Discord message or a YouTube comment or lighting a cigarette or just grabbing a beer. Alright, here we go. Actually, next up is not the poison stage. The poison stage is another one, but yeah, this one's the one with the Lamias. All you really have to do in this one is stay on that island where you spawn in and let everything come to you. Keep your bird up, throw down blockade, heavy attack things, and most importantly, as always, keep your shield and your crit surge up. Now there are little what do you call them, little stranglers spawning in that you should take out because they can pull you in or hit you with some ranged attacks and all. And you don't really want to get poisoned in this stage or get any debuffs on you, because if you're being slowed down, you're going to be overwhelmed with enemies. Now in the first round, the first big thing that's coming on is that big, what's it called, Queen's Pet. The boss of the first round, so to speak. There's always a named boss at the end of each little round in each stage. And then you get the points rewarded. Now over there, there's the Strangler. Just quickly take that out before it damages you or puts some AoE or debuffs or poison or whatnot on you. They can spawn at the side of each island and in the middle, the Stranglers. So just have an eye out for these. Other than that, you want to keep your blockade down, obviously, your shield up, buffs up. Same old, same old. And avoid the AoEs here. If you haven't set your AoE color to something bright, you can do that in gameplay, in the options. If you turn on the custom colors and put the enemy color to something like pink and then turn the brightness up on it way far, it's a lot easier to avoid being getting negative effects on you or being hurt by damage over time or AoEs if you can see them very well. Now I am gonna fast forward a couple of these rounds there, because eventually it's only just gonna be one sort of mechanic that drags on through the dungeon, through the stage of the arena, I mean. So yeah, let's quickly skip to the boss. Alright, here we go. Final round of stage 3 of Veteran Maelstrom Arena. This is the Lamia boss. There's nothing too particular about her. The first couple rounds are fairly easy. You want to bring her over to the island you've been on all the time in this stage, and just drop a good amount of damage on her. Liquid lightning, blockade, Keep your bird up, maybe put degeneration on her or some dot. And then as soon as the ads come in and attack you, you want to throw your ultimate down. Don't use it before, but make sure you're not getting CC'd or slowed down by any of her AoEs. That's really all you have to do in here. Bring her over to the island, put your AoEs down and everything, and as soon as the ads spawn, you throw your ultimate down and finish her off. And always try to dance around her, circle around her. That's generally a very good advice for all of Maelstrom Arena. If there's bosses that take a while to kill, circle around them. You'll see that in the last stage where it becomes even more important. Okay, here we go, round 4. This one is fairly easy. There's a bunch of ads spawning in, and just like in the second arena, you want to keep the little ball-shaped Dwemers from going into the middle, because they will actually hook up there and send shock AoEs out and be even invincible for a while. So once one of them has managed to get into the middle and hook up, there is one. See how I just killed it real quick? Just have an eye out for them. Other than that, it's the same as before. Shield up, keep crit surge up, keep lightning form up, and kill these little ads trying to hook up to the middle. There's the first round over. You will get little bosses at the end of each round. One of them can chain you in. There'll be a couple Dwemer spheres spawning and all, but the round isn't really too exciting. Mostly you just keep your AoEs down, kill the little ball-shaped ones before they get to the middle, and just try to destroy everything while keeping your buffs and shields up. So yeah, see ya at the boss of that round. Alright, so here we are, boss round. That's that big Dwemer spider. She's just gonna walk around in circles, but she has a little green AoE underneath her that you can see there. So you want to stay in that because you won't take any damage as long as you're really close to her and inside of that green AoE under her. Other than that, you just try to put the blockade in front of you where she walks, heavy attack her, put some dots on her, and try to get her down. At 50%, she's gonna curl up and do a big fire AoE, and that's when you'll be taking a lot of damage, so you want to put your ultimate down at that point. You'll get her to die very easy while she's doing the fire thing if you put her ultimate down, because she's not moving and she'll stay inside of your ultimate. And all you need to do then is do some heavy attacks, but remember to shield up and keep crit surge up, because during that phase with the fire you'll be taking a lot of damage. So you want to definitely keep your buffs and shields and everything up. Okay, here we go, ice stage. This is where a lot of people die. It's not that hard though, especially not if you're a sorcerer, Magicka Sorcerer using the crushing shock, because it interrupts things, and that is what we need to do here, as you'll see right away. Up until the end boss, you can pretty much do everything on that one plate of ice that you spawn in on. The ads will come to you, except for the trolls, which will run to a random ice plate and try to destroy it. You don't want that to happen, because first of all, you might need the ice plate at some point, and also I think you're losing points if they manage to destroy them. So there you've seen the troll spawning in the middle, and it ran off to the left ice plate, so I immediately made it my priority to kill it. Even if there's big ads around you, always prioritize these trolls. You can put your shield up, buffs up, crit surge, and still survive while you're killing the troll. Now on this one, the troll actually came towards me, which made it fairly easy to kill him. And other than that, you just want to throw a blockade or liquid lightning in the way of where the ads are coming from and try and burn them down real quick. Obviously here I'm using the Lover Mundus and Infallible Ether and Undaunted Infiltrator to buff all my heavy attack damage, which makes for a really smooth run. And then also I'm 810 CP, so I burn things a little quicker here than you would if you're lower CP or with different sets. That's I don't know if I mentioned it, that's Xynode's Easy Sorc setup, by the way, check it out. There was the troll again going off to the left, so I prioritized him immediately. And yeah, it's pretty much like a dance. As long as you learn to get out of the AoEs, keep all your buff shields up. There's a troll, so I'm going to let go of this guy for a second and kill the troll. While my bird finished off the guy anyway. Now in the next couple of rounds, all you'll get is a couple more ads and bigger ads like these big troll ladies or the ice etros. But what you really want to do is throw your AoEs down and damage them and let them go and focus the troll if he appears. Here it's really easy, just came right towards me, so I can just put a bunch of AoEs down now and let everything die. Keep my Magicka up, throw blockades in their way if they're coming from another plate, and keep an eye out for the troll. Alright then, see you at the boss round. Okay, here we go, final round. What you want to do is, you're still on that plate you've always been on all along, put AoEs down right away when the boss spawns and let her run into it. Really keep an eye out for her health bar. At 75 to 70%, she's going to destroy the plate you're on, and if you're still there when she does it, that happened really fast there, I know, you're going to die for sure. There's no way to roll dodge it or get out of it or anything. Then go on to the next plate, and she's going to do the same thing again at 50-ish%. It might be 55 to 50. So as soon as you get her around close to the 50 mark, just run off. She's going to destroy the plate again. I know there are a lot of ads to take care of. What you can do here is grab the X sigil on this one. That's why I went around that way, and put an ultimate down. That way you get a big damage boost. All the ads are going to die and the boss are going to die as well. I made that look very easy. There are quite a lot of ads to take care of as well, but they're all going to run to the plate you're on anyway. So as long as you keep your AoEs down, your shield up, your crit surge up, and your lightning form for resistances, you should be fine. And then you just burn her down to 75 to 70-ish%. She usually does it for me at like 71%, but I'm not sure if that's because I'm doing too much damage and she should have done it at 75 already, but the mechanic didn't kick in. But it should be around 75 to 70, 50 to 51-ish. And then on the last plate, grab the axe if you need it, put an ultimate down, put your blockade down, and just try to survive. Now here in the spider stage, you see these little pillars that have spider webs around them. You can free them by bringing the hover bugs close to them and killing them there, and then the death of the hover bugs will free the webs. If you free all of the pillars, all of the enemies will get stunned. Also the main boss. The main boss is going to put debuffs on you, and that's the only way to get her from doing that. If you have enough damage, you can just free the last pillar as soon as the main boss spawns, which will get her stunned immediately. Then grab the X sigil for increased damage, and just throw your ultimate down and burn her before she can even do anything. Now, if you get these little spiders spawning that you see here, you want to run to the pillar that's lit up, because that will make them go away. That's the only way to make them go away. If you don't do it, they're most likely going to overrun you and kill you. Okay, we're in round 2. We're trying to keep all of our pillars free except for one, because by the time the final boss spawns, I want to have them all free except for one, so I can use the last hover bug to free the last pillar and stun the boss immediately. There will also be little spiders spawning trying to reweb the pillars, like the one you just saw there in the corner of the screen. They die pretty fast, so they're not a big threat, but you need to look out for them so they don't reweb all of the pillars you've freed so far. The Atronachs are pretty easy. Just keep your shields up as always, your crit surge and lightning form, and just try to escape from them. Now we've got little spiders again, I believe. No, that's just random ads, is it? Okay, yeah, there's another Atronach. You just really want to dance around them a little bit. They're not too fast, and try to heavy attack them down. I'm using Xans here. You might as well use Ice Heart, which gives you an extra damage shield if you're having problems surviving in here. Then we're up to round 3. There will be archers spawning in here. And one thing about the archers generally in Maelstrom Arena, also for the later stages, you need to interrupt them as soon as they start charging up, which means they put their bow in the air and start glowing orange. Because if they manage to get through with that, they can just one-shot you. Okay, here we've got little spiders again. We're bringing them right to the lit pillar, so they go away. And then we're killing off the other ad there. There's an archer there. He's not charging up or anything. They do the arrow spray AoE as well though, which you want to get out of. Now, the little spider's trying to reweb the pillar. Let's take care of her, and then kill the Atronach. The whole thing is pretty much just a dance. If you get hit, you want to shield up or pop a potion. Other than that, you can take your time killing all the enemies as long as you're running around them, circling them, or somehow getting away from them. Now in round 4 you'll have 2 lurchers. They're not much of a threat, to be honest, because they're also fairly slow, a little bit faster than the Atronachs. But if you circle around them, roll dodge, keep your shield up, your buffs up. Don't go for the quick kill in here, it'll most likely just get you killed. You really want to keep your buffs and shield up at all times. And then just throw AoEs down like blockade and kill things. There's not really a point in skipping to the boss now because we're already almost done with stage 4. You'll get another 1 or 2 lurches spawning in the end and a couple more spiders that you need to bring to the lit pillars. Yeah, there's the last 2 lurchers. Just stack them up, throw AoEs down and dance around them. Keep your buffs up. If you need a quick escape, use Boundless Storm, the lightning form, because it gives you a quick speed boost. And then there you go. Final boss. Do I have all the pillars? No, there's 2 web pillars, so unfortunately I can't stun the boss right away. Guess I've forgotten about it in that run, and I'm not really paying attention either. Oh yeah, there's the Horror. We can at least free that 1 pillar. So there's only 1 more lit pillar. Let's see if I can do this anyway. If you don't manage to unlock the last pillar when the boss spawns, she's gonna put these debuffs on you. You can see it on my buffs on the right side. There's like a 20 stacks now, over 20 stacks. It's gonna slow me down and do a lot of things, and then you have to do the spider mechanic still while you're fighting the boss. Kill the ads, bring the spiders to the pillow, and just hope the boss doesn't kill you. Now I'm putting ultimate down here, but she's got all these debuffs on me, so I'm slowed down. I can't really get away much. Let's see if I can still get this done or not. Might die here. Alright, just barely made it. The Horvers, by the way, do leave like a pile of goo behind that you can throw at the pillars as well to unlock them. I got lucky here and I was able to kill the boss even though I had all the debuffs on me. But the efficient way to do it would have been to, when the boss spawns, get the last Horror bug to the pillar, so you have them all freed, which will stun the boss immediately, so you can grab the sigil and have an easy time just getting the boss down to probably around like 30-20% health before she even gets up from the stun. Okay, next one. This is the infamous poison stage. Everybody's scared of that. It is quite a hard one, to be honest. You'll have little flowers on the bottom of the room. There, I just hit one. If you get too close to them, you will get poisoned because they have an AoE that spreads out around them. And the only way to heal yourself is going into the little green fields to the left and the right side. And you need to get there really quick because that poison is going to really hurt you. You can sort of negate some of the damage with your shield, but as soon as you get poisoned, you gotta run for one of these little green healing pools to each side of the arena. There are a lot of archers in here. While I was talking, you've probably just seen that one try to charge up. He put his bow in the air and it started glowing orange. That could have one-shot me if I hadn't killed or interrupted him before. Now, the boss of the final stage is going to be a troll. He's pretty easy to kill, but this is where the fun starts, because on these little 4 plates with the green lights around them, you will now get these mages spawning, which will make the whole room fill up with poison if you don't kill them. So you need to prioritize them. Then there's an archer charging up on the right side, ready to one-shot me. I did not interrupt that. Let's see if I die. Yes, I do. There you go. First death for this one. And this is exactly why you need to interrupt or kill the archers that are charging up. Even if you shield up, there's no way to avoid that. Once they charge it up and fire their one shot, you're dead. Now, I'm not going to skip a lot probably here, because all of these rounds are very hard to get through. The archer's charging up again. Let's hope I notice it this time. Apparently I don't give a shit. Oh, I roll dodged it actually. Wasn't aware you could do that. It's probably gonna be really good timing though, so I wouldn't really go for the roll dodge if they're charging up. Just interrupt them with crushing shock. Or get or kill them. Now at the end of round 2 you'll get 2 trolls, and we've also got a mage up somewhere because the whole room is filling up with poison. So let's quickly kill the mage. Remember, if you get poisoned, get into the green healing fields to the left and right, and then kill these trolls. Round 3 is actually a very rough one because you get that big crocodile slash lizardy thing as a boss, and you also get a whole lot of archers. First round there's only a couple of small ads that are not too hard to kill. We got a mage spawning in the back there, filling the room with poison. I'm taking it out right away. And an archer who's starting to glow orange. He's not charging up yet, but I gotta take care of him really quickly. And then there's another one over there. He's trying to charge up. I interrupted it with crushing shock. And here's that big thing, the boss. Now at the same time we got a mage. Thankfully we got it down quite fast. These shock AoEs the thing sends out will kill you, so just throw an ultimate if you have it. It's probably the safest way to get rid of that thing, because it can stun you when it hits you with its normal attack, and the little AoEs that it sends out will kill you as well. So you want to get rid of that thing really fast. Now in round 4 you start out with a couple archers, I think. Or is it later? You'll have about 3 or 4 archers at the same time, which is really hard to handle. We got a mage, we got poisoned, so I'm running as quick as I can for the healing field on the side, killing the mage. And now I've got to take care of the archers. Interrupt that guy. Oh, come on. Yeah. That was close because I got stunned. Alright. It might be this one, but you got a shitload of archers spawning. Yeah. There's about 3 of them. They'll all fire at you, which will hurt you quite a lot, so make sure you shield up more than anything and interrupt the ones that are charging up. Now we've got mage 2 at the same time, so we gotta be really quick with taking the archers and the mage out. The last boss of stage 4 are 2 trolls, and then we're on to the final boss. Now with the final boss, there's a whole lot of things that can go wrong. If you are using Crushing Shock, which is great in vMA, do not use it on this boss, because he's gonna have a mechanic where you interrupt him, where you should not interrupt him. And if you do, he's gonna enrage and kill you in a second. Let's see if I die here. I might. First, we take out the mage so we don't get poisoned. And then we're trying to put some damage on the boss. And at around 70%, he's gonna spawn 2 mages. The mechanic is, kill one of the mages and hide yourself in the shield or protect yourself with the shield of the other mage. So I decided to kill that one and run into this one's shield. Quickly kill the mage here. And let's see if I accidentally use Crushing Shock, because if I do, I'm most likely gonna die. Yes, I did. That's the big mistake you can do. Now the boss enrages, and the mage starts doing his AoE thingies, and you're dead. It's a stupid mistake, really, which I shouldn't have done. But sometimes when you're in the heat of the moment, and you're just going about your rotation as you always are, it's hard to remember. Okay. Here we go again with the second try. Another thing that can go horribly wrong on a sorcerer in here is if you're trying to hide in one of the mage's bubbles after killing one of them, which I did there, and you have your lightning form up, and it accidentally kills the mage because he's already been taking damage. So no lightning form in here, just crit surge and shield, and then just heavy attack the boss or throw a blockade down. As soon as the boss is done with this mechanic, you want to kill the mage ASAP, because he can kill you as well. I'm not doing that here, which might lead to another death. I'm trying to take out the other mage from the poison first. And yeah, I'm going for the sigil here to burn him extra fast. I should really kill that other mage there, because he can really fuck me up. Let's see if I survive this. Looking good so far. Ah, there he goes. That's pretty much the second big mistake you can do in here. I left both of them in there. I think that's probably the only 3 deaths. I'm not sure if I'm gonna die again in this one. But yeah, it's a pretty good example of how not to do the boss here. Don't interrupt him, and as soon as the mechanic is over, kill the mage, because he's just gonna start teleporting towards you and stun you or kill you. Okay, I think this is the try where I'm actually getting it done. So I'm putting some AoEs down on the boss. There's no poison mage, thankfully. Waiting for the 2 shock mages to spawn in. Here they are. And then I'm killing one of them and hiding in the bubble of the other one. And I'm hopefully not using Crushing Shock. This is pretty close to a poison flower there, so we got lucky. You gotta look out where these mages stand. If he was any closer to the poison, I'll probably get it. Okay, I'm grabbing the thing here. We got a mage up. I'm taking care of that, thankfully. And I'm killing the shock mage this time. which was my mistake in the other round. And now it's easy to just get rid of the boss. Alright then, up to the next stage. Okay, here we go, Igneous Cavern. What you want to do here is place AoEs down where you see the Eds spawning in, so you can kill them faster. You've just got flame atros in here, guys with swords that are chasing after you, but the most dangerous thing are these fire mages here, because they're going to heal each other, and they do the spinning fire circle, which you've just seen there, which needs to be interrupted ASAP. It's pretty much like the guys in the Hellra trial. If you let them spin their fire stuff for too long, you're going to take so much damage continuously that you won't survive. Now the boss rounds are all the same. You need to kill the what do you call it, totem or stone on the side. There's 3 of them. You need to kill the one that's whole and lit up, and then you can damage the boss. In the second round, I believe you have a couple fire mages spawning in the beginning, so you want to make sure. Oh no, they're actually coming in later, or maybe that's round 3, but there's one of them there. So always prioritize the fire mages, because if they are out of your sight and start spinning around and you have to look for them first, you're most likely going to die to some fire damage, especially if you're a vampire in here. Here's the next boss. What we do is put AoEs down so the flame atros die, kill that stone, and then take care of the boss. Now round 3, if I remember correctly, is one of the harder ones, because there are a bunch of fire mages spawning in that will heal each other and start waving their staffs around. So you want to really have an eye to where they're spawning and then drop down some AoEs immediately. Best case scenario is to have them all be affected by the AoE and have them die really fast. There's 2 guys with swords coming in, another fire mage. Okay, we got knocked back there. That was not too good. And then we have another crystal up and another boss. The first 3 rounds are fairly simple on that. Remember as always to keep your buffs and shield up, lightning form, crit surge, hardened ward, and just dance around them, roll dodge to get away, or use spam the storm to get away if the bosses are getting too close. Now we're going for round 4. This one actually has a bit of a different boss who can chain you in, which is quite annoying. Sorry. Oh yeah, round 4 is the one with the many fire mages in the beginning. One of them is waving the staff, gotta interrupt it ASAP, and then try to take them down. There's another one waving the staff, interrupt that one ASAP. So really keep an eye out for the interrupts and you'll be fine. Now I'm gonna let the whole thing run, because the boss is actually quite annoying as well. Yeah, there it is. It's gonna chase after you with the sword, but it can also chain you in, which is very annoying. So you want to make sure you have your distance there, and it also spawns fire mages, which you should take out before you tackle the boss, just so you're safe and you're not getting chained in by her or stunned, like I just did, while the mages are shooting at you. Alright, apparently that chain in an AoE was enough for me to die there because I was already low health. Should have done that a little bit better. But yeah, that's about how it goes with this one. Just try to avoid the chains or roll dodge out of them, or keep your shield up. Probably haven't kept my shield up well enough there, or it was just bad luck. But either way, here we go on to the final boss. Alright. There you've gone seen me kill the last boss. The final boss is simpler than the one of stage 4 in my opinion. What you need to do is kill 2 crystals, or actually kill 3 crystals, for the boss to be vulnerable and lose his shield, and then you can do damage on him. But after the second crystal, a fire mage ad will spawn, which you want to take out. What I've done here is kill the third crystal before taking out the fire mage, but if you want to go the safe route, you just kill 2 crystals, take care of the ad then, and then kill the third one, so you can take your time focusing on the boss. I was probably trying to get some more speed out of this because I've already suffered 3 or 4 deaths. But yeah, that's what happens then. The boss is vulnerable, and you have to take care of the ad before you can kill the boss. So you might have to go for another round. If I would have taken out the ad before killing the third crystal on each round, I probably would have gotten the boss down faster in only 2 rounds. So there is another mistake you can make, which is probably good to know. Alright, now though we've got all the crystals down, we interrupt the fire mage. Thankfully they're nicely stacked up, so I can just pop an ultimate on them and kill them. Both. Okay, last stage. We're almost done with this. Let's go. Okay, Theater of Despair. The first couple of rounds, this is actually fairly simple. What you have to do is avoid the blue ghosts because they will stun you, and grab the golden ghost because it will buff an enemy or you. So if you grab the golden ghost before it gets to an enemy, you'll get a buff. And if it gets to the enemy before you do, the enemy will get a buff, which you don't want to happen. So you're looking out for these golden ghosts while you're just putting down AoEs. This one sort of brings all the mechanics together. There will be archers spawning once in a while, which you have to interrupt. There will be fire mages spawning once in a while, and in every round there will be a crematorial guard, which is this thing here, which you need to dance around. I think if you listen to the in-game sound, it even says circle around him or something like that. So that's the best way to kill these crematorial guards, especially if they're doing their flame breath on you. You just want to circle around them while you're keeping your heavy attack up on them. Now there's a gold ghost. Let's grab this. If you manage to grab all the gold ghosts in a round, you can use a synergy, like it says here, the spectral explosion. And if you do that, it will stun every enemy in the game, and you will have a lot of time to take them all down or heal up or whatever you want to do. Pop a potion. Maybe. Another crematorial guard. We want to circle around it. Keep our crit surge and shield up. And our lightning form as well, hopefully soon. Same thing with these big guys, by the way. They'll put fire AoEs down, but the safest way to get rid of all these ads that take a bit longer to die is really to just put an elemental blockade or a liquid lightning down and then circle around them while heavy attacking them. Okay, we're already in round 3. There's another crematorial guard. There will be a couple of fire mages, I believe 1 archer as well. And you're still trying to avoid the blue ghosts, pick up the gold ghosts, and keep your shield and buffs up as always. Now let's quickly go through this here. There's this big guy spawning in the middle at the end of round 3. He can chain you in as well. Sometimes he'll chain you in and you'll accidentally get hit by one of the blue ghosts. So you just want to make sure that you're safe and killing him fast. Now there's another ogre spawning. If you're getting too much damage, run away and put your buffs back on. Or just circle around him. Taking a while to kill that thing here actually. And grab that ghost. Another crematorial guard. I didn't have a shield there and my health was not full, so I decided to run away. I could easily use the spectral explosion here to stun all of the enemies. Not sure why it didn't. Maybe it takes away from your score, but I don't think it would. I probably just didn't notice it in the heat of the moment. Now at round 4 is where the mechanics slightly change. You will get one ad that is walking from the very end of the arena into the middle. And if you don't kill him, that's that one here, before he gets to the middle, he will summon a big flame skeleton, which is quite hard to take out, so you don't want that to happen. So you kill the ads, and then you always want to make sure to kill the one that's slowly walking down before he reaches the middle. Or else you'll get an extra big ad that you have to take care of. Here's the crematorial guard again. You just circle around him as you always did. Pick up the yellow ghosts, avoid the blue ghosts, and kill the ads slowly walking to the middle. Do keep an eye out on the other ads though. They die easy, but there might be an archer among them at some point. And if you neglect him and he charges up, you might get one shot. Alright, we're taking this one out, and then that should be the end of round 4, hopefully. Yeah. Now in round 5, you're going to start out with a crematorial guard, which is easy to kill, just circle around him. And then you will get a big dragon in the middle. So you want to have your ultimate ready for the beginning of round 5. Because that big dragon, Titan, is going to take a while to take down, and if you don't kill it fast enough, it's going to start sending out fire waves all around the place. So as soon as it appears, throw your ultimate down, your liquid lightning, your blockade, keep your shields up, and then just attack it from a range with heavy attacks. Hope it dies before it does the flame waves. After this has happened, you'll get an archer and a couple normal ads, and you'll still just go about your business, trying to pick up golden ghosts, avoiding blue ghosts, until round 5 is over. I think the only thing that we'll get here now is an ogre, maybe one more crematorial guard, but nothing to really worry about too much, so don't get panic. Just do it as you've done it before. The stage isn't really too hard. Alright, now the final boss round has a couple mechanics to it. As soon as he spawns in the middle, you'll want to start damaging him, but look out for the skull attack that he's doing. He's gonna throw blue skulls at you that will, yeah, like that. That will throw you back, and you'll have to break free from them. You can actually avoid that by roll dodging if you see it fast enough. Around 70% the boss is gonna go upstairs, and you'll have to kill a crematorial guard and an ad. What happens next is that, what's it called? The little spectral shadow rend, the ghosty dinosaur thing. You want to bring it to the portal that glows up and kill it there. If you do that, you can press X to go upstairs. well, upstairs, well, to go up, right? Once you're up there, you need to kill 3 crystals, but you also need to avoid the boss's skull attacks and the AoEs. At a certain point, the boss will spawn a big storm, and the only way to avoid that is to hide behind that wall there. So you need to go with the wall until he's exploded the storm. He's charging up another skull at me. I didn't avoid it. This is probably one of my earlier runs, to be honest, so I didn't really pay attention. Just got lucky there. Okay, this one I roll dodged. And then, as soon as the 3rd crystal is there, he'll pop you down there. So shield up, and as soon as you're down, interrupt him. Because he's going to charge up really fast, so you need a quick interrupt there. Nice. So this is hopefully the last death I suffer in this one. And you see why. I did not interrupt him fast enough. I went straight for the sigil, which was my mistake. So I'm just gonna forward to the time I destroyed the crystals up there. And here we are, back again. We destroyed all the crystals. There is a crematorial guard down here, which is not good, because I should be interrupting the boss. Ah, no. Actually, I think I got pushed down before I destroyed the last crystal. So I'm gonna have to kill another one of these little ghost dinosaurs next to the portal, go up again, and kill the last crystal. Which should be this one. Yep, here we go. Boss is gonna come down again, and you need to interrupt him right away. There you go. Crushing shock, easy. And then you just want to put as much on him as you can. Ultimate, blockade, liquid lightning, heavy attacks. If he ports, interrupt him again right away. And try not to let the gold ghosts get to him, which I didn't take care of there. But as I said, it's probably one of my earlier runs. It was just one of the better ones that I had recorded, especially since I've probably done like the 3 or 4 most common mistakes that get you killed in here, which is a good example. But yeah, as soon as the boss is down, put all the AoE and stuff on him, and your ultimate, and try to kill him real fast. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope this was helpful. I'm gonna add timestamps, and see you later.